So I don't know how many of you know that we actually have a fireplace guy in the church, and it's all gas stoves, right? So most of us, especially in Minnesota, know what it's like to have a gas furnace. And I share that because one of the examples that the speaker shared with us was the Holy Spirit. We get the Holy Spirit when we ask Jesus to be our personal Lord and Savior. And when the Holy Spirit comes into our life, it's like having that little pilot light going in our lives. And at the very beginning, it's just like that. It's that tiny little flame. But when we get filled with the Spirit, it's like cranking it up to 90 and all the burners light up. It's the same flame. It's the same source, but it's doing a whole lot more than it was as just that little pilot light. And I love that idea. And you know, I'll just share one more thing before I dismiss the kids. No shame, because I know I do this too. One thing that the guy asked us to share with our men and encourage them, and you know what? There are a lot of differences between men and women, but we're all human. So there's a lot of things that we do the same. I encourage you to let your hands come free from that chair in front of you. Because this is the Minnesota worship stance, isn't it? And you're like, hallelujah. Let go of the chair. You're probably not going to fall over. If you are, use one hand. But let that flame go. Amen? Amen. Dismiss the kids for their time of ministry. Thank you for those that serve. Robert and Cheryl are going to be teaching them today. And we actually have another birthday that I was just made aware of and would like to share that with you, and actually would like to ask you to pray over our newest resident 1-year-old. When to be on Tuesday. Anave? Is it Bay or Vey? Vey. You can't tell with a B in Spanish because it sometimes. It's true. I can fake a really good Mexican accent, but I can't speak any Spanish. If you would stretch out your hands to Anave. Father God, we pray. We pray for this young woman of God that you are raising up. Lord, we thank you, Father God, that she is here and becoming a part of our family. And Father God, we pray that you would bless her this year to come. Father, as they celebrate on Tuesday, we celebrate with them. We thank you for the gift that she is to mom and dad and to grandma and to grandpa. But Father, we also thank you for the gift that she is to us. We pray, Father God, for favor over her in this year to come. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. That was too long. Too good. Oh, amen, amen, amen. I am excited to share with you a message that I don't see on here. What did you do? I'll get it in there. Hold on a second. We had a great time when we were gone, and as I was gone, I was praying over what next. I got all kinds of ideas and things that God has shown me, and I always want to make sure that it's God's timing and God speaking instead of me, because if it's all left up to me, it's not going to go well. Because I don't know, you guys haven't been with me as long as I've been with me, and I don't have the greatest track record when it's me operating. I did feel that there was quite a few things that are going to be in the same category that God has really been putting on my heart, and I wanted to share one with you this morning. So I'm going to share a story from history as we begin, but then go into some scripture and see how that really connects. So if you would you pray with me? Father God, we thank you. We thank you for your word. We thank you, Father God, how it is living and breathing. And Father, we thank you for how it doesn't matter the day, it doesn't matter the year or our age, when we open your word and read it, it just applies to our life right where we are. I pray, Father God, that you would help us to see more and more of how we are to react in godly love, how we are to act in godly love, and how we are at times to wait and at times to run. We ask you for the wisdom to know when to do those things. In Jesus' name, amen. Pearl Harbor. How did the Japanese pull that attack off? Most studies of Pearl Harbor attack focus on what the American commanders and leaders did wrong. However, the key to understanding why the surprise assault was so successful lies in realizing what the Japanese did right. Of all the aspects of the attack on December 7th, 1941, that Sunday morning, including its treachery, swiftness, daring, and skillful execution, none seems more compelling than the assault's total surprise. Japan's preeminent interest after World War I was to expand and to preserve economic hegemony in the East Asia, principally in China. But to fulfill this strategic aim, Japan would face opposition from colonial powers in the region and from the United States, which sought to maintain an economic open door in China. To protect its island possessions, in the years prior to Pearl Harbor, the Japanese-American relationship was marked with confrontations over Japan's expansion ideas into China. The seizure of Manchuria was a buildup of naval forces and facilities in the Pacific. The U.S. intelligence had been observing Japan's naval operations and their movements for decades. Their movements and communications were consistent. So much that in 1927 it was determined that Japan's naval forces were largely defensive in nature, and the assessment was accurate. It took about 9 months of debating in 1940 by the Japanese Admiral Yokomoto to convince the Japan Naval General Staff to plan for and execute a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base, Pearl Harbor. The most crucial part of this plan was to ensure that their ship movements and their communications didn't vary from their standard operations. They did everything exactly like they had been doing it, and they did it very, very well. Japan was successful with its attack because of their use of the 1940s information control. What some have inaccurately labeled as misinformation or even disinformation. And we have a little experience with those terms today. So that leads to today's title. And The message title is Mis, Dis, or Mal Information. So I don't know how many of you have experienced a lot of heartache, maybe some sleepless or or just less sleep over the last 4 to 8 years because of misinformation or disinformation. But I wonder how many of us really truly know what the difference is between them. Before I started studying this, I couldn't have honestly, could have guessed. I probably would have guessed right accurately maybe a couple times. But I want to give you some definitions and some examples of what these are. So misinformation, you have no intent to deceive. The information is inaccurate, like clickbaiting or satire, and it's usually meant as an exaggerated or a humorous presentation. It's not trying to deceive anybody, just having fun with puns and stuff like that. Now, disinformation is specifically intended to deceive. And the information is wrong. The information is not accurate, and it's used in a way and presented in a way to manipulate, like deep fakes, falsified photos, counterfeit websites, shortening citations, or fully changing the tactics and the content, and it's really based on false claims, and they know it. And we've seen, I think, some of both of those, especially in the last 4 to 8 years. I think most of us have seen these types of things, right? But what about malinformation? That was new to me. Malinformation is information based on reality that is deliberately manipulated or put in a context that is intended to cause harm. Does that describe anybody you know? That sounds like a snake to me. One you might see in Genesis chapter 3. He will take the true word of God and deliberately manipulate it, take it out of context, and then use it with the intention of causing harm to you, to me. It is always his intent. It's always his intent to harm. He uses what is already there, and he twists it up, switches it up, just a few things here and there, and presents it completely out of context. Why? Why does he do that? Because that's who he is. That is his nature. And using lies is his strongest tool to use against us. He wants to get back at God so bad. And as his children, we are the perfect target. And we know that Satan knows the Word of God. He doesn't believe it to be the Word of God, but he knows what it says. And just like we found out in Genesis 3, he can find out just as quickly as he did with Eve how much of the Word of God we don't know. By twisting one part, throwing it out there, and seeing if we correct it. Seeing if we will fall for it. Jesus tells us this in John 8. And I went through many different versions, and I fell on the Message to share this because I just loved the attitude, if you will, that is thrown into the scripture. So I wanted to share John 8, starting at verse 47 out of the Message. If God were your father, said Jesus, you would love me, for I came from God and arrived here. I didn't come on my own. He sent me. Why can't you understand one word I say? Here's why. You can't handle it. You're from your father, the devil, and all you want to do is please him. He is a killer from the very start. He couldn't stand the truth because there wasn't a shred of truth in him. When a liar speaks, he makes it up out of his lying nature and fills the world with lies. I arrive on the scene, tell you the plain truth, and you refuse to have a thing to do with me. Can any one of you convict me of a single misleading word, a single sinful act? But if I'm telling the truth, why don't you believe me? Anyone of God's side, anyone on God's side, listens to God's words. This is why you're not listening, because you're not on God's side. Ouch. But that's who he is. And I think often, if we don't feel attacked, we kind of let that guard down a little bit. We kind of focus on the prior information that we got. And you know what? I think that just like the U.S. did in 1941, Japan, their naval ships, all of their forces are strictly defense. You don't have to worry about that. We need to worry about that. Because he's a liar. Matter of fact, he's the father of lies. They will know you by your fruit, and his fruit stinks. He's a liar. He does what he does. And what you can expect from him is the same. If you hear something that sounds too good to be true, it is. 1941, we saw the same thing with Japan. They wanted to increase their territory. They can't be trusted. We shouldn't have trusted that. We learned our lesson. In the same way, we have an enemy, and the information we're getting from him seems like we're not under attack right now. So we don't have to worry about that. You do need to be on guard. You can always count on the devil. I heard this weekend. You can always count on the devil to act like the devil. Amen? He's always going to act like that because that's who he is. And so often we can be caught up in the trick that he plays on us and make it look like it was God's fault, or even that God didn't do what he said he was going to do. And he can do that and trick us with that tactic over and over again in our families. He can do it in our businesses. He can do it in our churches. And Satan will use the word of God to try to convince us that God isn't fulfilling the promises that he gave us. That God isn't faithful, that God isn't trustworthy. And he will do this by twisting the word. And there's only one way to fight against that. By knowing the word of God. And by knowing God. Because in the same way that we should expect the devil to always be the devil, we should expect God to always be God. And God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. So if something's presented where God isn't good, even if it's just a little twist, that is not the God of the Bible. That is not the God that we serve. In the same way that we expect the devil to act, we should expect our God to act in his nature. God is good. He's a good, good Father. Just look at his word and we can see that he's been telling us over and over again that he is a good, good Father. Deuteronomy 1:31. And in the wilderness, where you saw how the Lord your God carried you just as a man carries his son, in all the way which you have walked until you came to this place. Hebrews 12:7. It is for discipline that you endure. God deals with you as with sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? And probably one of my favorites, Matthew 6:30 through 33. But if God so clothed the grass of the field, which is alive today and tomorrow is thrown into the furnace, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Do not worry then, saying, what will we eat? What will we drink? Or what will we wear for clothing? For the Gentiles eagerly seek all these things. For your heavenly Father knows you need all these things. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. God is a provider. God is an encourager. God is a sustainer. And God is a good God. And he has plans for us, all of us. And sadly, God's plans don't always happen. They don't always come to pass. And I know that that can be really hard to understand sometimes. Even if you know it to be true, it'd still be hard to understand. How can that be? If God is God, how is it that his plans don't happen all the time? Well, in short, it's your fault. And it's my fault that God's plan doesn't happen all the time. God's will does not happen all the time because God decided to give us free will. And with that free will comes some annoying parents at times, some frustrated siblings at times, some frustrated church family at times, because we have free will. We do not have to act like our Father. We should, but we don't have to. God's will does not always happen. Peter tells us in 2 Peter 3:9, the Lord is not slow about his promise, as some count slowness, but he is patient towards you, not wishing for any to perish, but for all to come to repentance. It's God's will that not one person would perish and that all would come to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. That all would be added to the book of life. But that doesn't happen. Jesus said in Matthew 7, enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is broad that leads to destruction, and there are many who enter through it. For the gate is small and the way is narrow that leads to life, and there are few who find it. We have to choose him. We have to choose the narrow gate. Following him through the narrow gate is tough. It is. We have to make hard choices. We have to decide we are going to live according to God's standards. Not yours. Not the world's. And I wish I would have downloaded. Brad sent me a video a couple days ago or yesterday. Robert and I watched it as we were driving home yesterday. It was so good. This guy had made a sweatshirt, and on the back of it, it said, I don't care what other people think about me. That is a great way to think about things, but it's not always true. We care way too much what people think about us. But what we should care is what God thinks about us. We should care about what eternally has an impact on our lives. Not what people say, not what people feel about us. It's easy to enter the broad gate. There's no tough choices. He's always willing to lead us, but we have to be willing to follow. We can see how people get caught up in compromise. And compromise is not always a terrible thing, but it can lead you so far away that you find yourself not struggling, not having a hard time living according to God's standards, because you really aren't. You've compromised your way away from that. When we know God's word, when we spend time with him, we can see the lies of the enemy for what they are. When we know what the word says, narrow is the way, and few find it. Reminds me of Paul. He said to not conform to the patterns of this world. I always thought this world was limited to outside of the church. But all those churches are in this world. And there's an awful lot of world in some churches. And we should not always be doing what everybody else is doing because it might not be right. We should be doing what God calls us to do. There's a way for us to see these lies, these twists, these out of context scriptures by knowing him and by knowing his word. And here's a few verses that we all should know on how we can actually do that. John 4:6, Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. John 6:35, Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me will not hunger, and he who believes in me will never thirst. John 8:12, then Jesus again spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in the darkness, but will have the light of life. John 10:7, so Jesus said to them again, truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. John 10:11 and 14, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know my own, and my own know me. John 11:2, Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if he dies. And last one, John 15:1 and 5. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. I am the vine, and you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, he bears much fruit. From apart from me, you can do nothing. This is who God is. This is his nature. And this is what we can expect him to do. And this is what he can expect us and how we should act just like him. And he will expect us to follow his lead. To be perfect? No. Not to be perfect. When you know someone intimately, you know what their character is. Even when they make mistakes, you'll see their character in them. I love the thought that our actions will show our heart most of the time, but our reactions will always show our heart. Are you quick to admit you were wrong and say, man, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have gotten mad. I apologize. I repent of that. That's not who I am. That was the flesh coming out of me. If you speak to someone and they share with you something that's out of character for someone that you know, you'll know that they don't know the person that they're talking about. You'll know it's out of character for them. And if you hear this when you're talking with them, it only takes one comment for you to know that they do or they do not know the person that they're talking about. And I got some examples for you. Imagine if someone said to you that Jesse has no idea how to remove a door or window or replace it with a new one. And if he did do it, it probably wouldn't work right. Or Dennis couldn't tell you the difference between a Holstein, a Jersey, or a Scottish Highlander. Or what if somebody said, Jerry wouldn't be able to help you display an American flag properly if his life depended on it? One comment, right? It would take one comment and you would say, you don't know those guys. You don't know those men like I know those men. I know that every one of those statements is false because I know them. These are extreme examples for sure, but if somebody said something to you about your Heavenly Father, about your God that you serve, and it was wrong, just based on their character, would you know it? Could you pick out his actions or reactions, God's actions or reactions, out of a mixed bag of examples? If you can, you know him, and you know him well. And here's a very cool thing about our God. He longs to have an intimate relationship with us. He wants us to be vulnerable with him. He wants us to share what you would share with your best, more than what you would share with your best friend. He wants us to share our deepest concerns, our most vulnerable spots of our heart, our soul, and our mind. And yes, he already knows those things. But there's power in confession. There's power in saying it. There's power in saying it out loud. It's relational. And it's real. It's not summarized. It's not paraphrased. It's not categorized. Well, I'm really struggling with the flesh. Oh, well, that's vague. He wants to know what you're struggling with, and he wants you to say it because he already knows what it is. He wants you to be transparent with him. It's relational. He will reveal himself he will reveal himself to us in an intimate way, just like he asks us to present ourselves to him in that intimate way. And how can you do that? How can we do that? We can read his word. We can pray to him. We can obey his commands. And with that, we'll receive favor. We'll learn who he is. We'll notice his voice. And we'll know in our spirit right away. You might not be able to pick it out right away, but you'll know in your spirit, I don't think that's God. That doesn't sound like him. You can only do that if you have built a history with him. And how do you do that? I want to, but how? How do I build a relationship with God? Know this about your God. John 8:32. And you will know the truth, and the truth will make me free. He will reveal himself to us. That is terrible. I cannot see the background here. Here's one way that God will help us get to know him. Deuteronomy 4:29. But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. Seek him. Jeremiah 29:13. If you seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. And Psalm 9:10. And those who know your name will put their trust in you, for you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. And 2 Chronicles 15:2. And he went out to meet Asa and said to him, listen to me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin, the Lord is with you when you are with him. And if you seek him, he will let you find him. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. That doesn't sound like God, right? I know it was the first thing I thought when I read this as one of the cross references to some of those previous verses. I was like, that doesn't sound right. But it does. To forsake means to leave, abandon, forsake, neglect, apostatize. I hate that word. Apostatize, which means to disown, renounce, or repudiate. This doesn't mean that you leave it for now and I'll probably return later. Or I'll decide later whether or not I'm going to follow God. That's not what he's talking about. He says, if you abandon me and disown me forever, that's different. That's different from not choosing him. Big difference. It doesn't mean leave for now with an opportunity for later. It's I've made up my mind. I am not going to do that. Then God is not going to seek after you. If you change your heart and you seek after him, then he will. He wants more than to just spend time with you. He wants to lead you. He wants to guide you. He wants to be the one that you lean on for everything. God loves you. He's actually quite fond of you. Proverbs 8:17 says, I love those who love me, and those who diligently seek me will find me. If you seek him, you will find him. If you learn who he is, you won't fall for every trick. The enemy will still try to trick you. The enemy will get you to stumble from time to time. But he will not be able to mislead you as easily. And together, we can help each other with that. Because we can, in love, come and say, I don't think that that's right. And let me share why. And share the word of God with them. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying it doesn't seem to add up. And we are to call each other and hold each other accountable. Amen? we are supposed to. If you love somebody and you see that they're going to walk out into the street in front of a truck, if you let them walk in front of that truck, you don't love them. You might not be successful every time to keep them from doing something stupid. People have been trying to keep me from doing stupid for a long time. Still happens occasionally. If you get to know him intimately, he will give you favor and peace and purpose. And there is no better place to be than the arms of the Almighty God, the Lord of all creation, the King of the universe. The one who created everything and created you loves you and wants you to lean on him. If you don't know him, don't wait another day. Today is a present. Receive it, open it, wear it, and share it. Amen? Will you pray with me? Father God, we thank you. We thank you for the way that you love us. We thank you, Father God, for the way that you have provided for us. We want to know you. We want to share with you. I pray, Father God, that you would help us to seek you with all of our heart, to be willing to let everything go to have what you have. I pray, Father God, that you would help us to share that outside of these walls. Share it with those that are inside of it, but be prepared to share it with those outside. How will they know unless someone will tell them? Help us to show the love that we have for them because of the love that we have for their Creator. Help us, Father, to see the misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation for what it is, because it does not line up with the truth. It does not line up with the Word of God. I pray, Father God, that you would help us to do these things in our lives, in our families, and outside of these four walls. Help us to be your witness in Jesus' name. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the Lord give you his peace. In Jesus' name. Amen. Good to be back, family. Love you guys.